just...
Hey, man, I look good today. Woo! This is Tonez and Zach with the nation. Me, myself being the nation. Zach, how you doing today, man?
I was doing better. I was doing significantly better.
Could always do better.
Kid knows how to make an intro, man.
You go. Can we count on you for next week?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think count on him for the remainder of the season.
All right.
He has the he has the whole
package.
He has the excitement and the will to do it.
The unnecessary excitement.
Me and
for
you
no
don't want to
apparent
do it,
reason.
intro.
No. That's why we leave.
We just want to get right into it, but Seems likes this whole thing.
right
It's
into
his
week
good job.
2. Just played Jacksonville week 2.
Dominated.
Looked
Jacksonville.
damn good. Jets looked damn good.
The
Jacksonville.
defense looked damn good.
Yeah, I mean,
Camardi looked outstanding.
they look like they belong in separate leagues. The Jets and Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah. Well, Jacksonville's also Jacksonville's defense had no answer to Dustin Keller the whole day.
Yeah, Dustin Keller. I mean, Santonio's clearly the number 1 target on this offense, but the thing about Keller is he's that safety valve that Sanchez always has.
It's tight ends with young quarterbacks.
And they came in together, am I right?
Yes, they came in the same draft.
Yeah, they came in together. They're going to look for each other their whole careers. This is going to be a good connection for years to come with the Jets.
Chemistry.
You just hope that he doesn't do his disappearing act that he did last year. What was
Yeah.
it, 5 weeks
scored-
of outstanding football, then
Yes,
done?
he had that great start. I don't think he caught a touchdown for 10 straight weeks.
Yeah.
And that's a fact.
He did a disappearing act. Harry Houdini. Dustin Keller Houdini.
Yeah, another guy with a disappearing act, Sean Green. Consistently inconsistent.
Except in the playoffs.
Except in the playoffs, but
But he is, the Jets gave him the job. They handed him the football, said, go out, be our bell cow, be our running back. This is what we drafted you for. Go out and do it.
are we ready to say the Jets aren't a running team anymore? Because I don't think they are.
No.
They're clearly
they're a
not.
running team.
You think so?
They
it's
have
not
to be
effective whatsoever.
You really want to put the ball in Mark Sanchez's hand 35, 40 times a game?
But with the
Brady throws the ball 40 times a game.
But with the Thomas Jones team, that was a running team to me.
Well, because you had an effective
ground
running
and
back.
pounds. Yeah.
You have an effective running back. You're just not playing him. LaDainian Tomlinson and Bilal Powell are your 2 best running backs.
Let me tell you, Joe McKnight had 6 carries before Powell touched the ball. Yes.
Well, they're going to work Joe McKnight.
They got to
before
work
Powell.
him in. I like the way he looked in the preseason.
But
he's
not.
a good
To me, he's not a
prospect.
true running back. I mean,
Powell?
Joe McKnight he's a playmaker.
Oh, Joe McKnight, you're saying?
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
Yeah, Joe McKnight's just a playmaker that you're going to line up a receiver, you're going to line up a running back. He's not the Wildcat. No, that's Turley's job, right?
Yep.
Wildcat quarterback. Curly's job, yeah, not Turley. Turley was the guy from the longest yard, big goofy guy from the longest yard.
I love that movie.
That's a good movie.
That's a movie
I
I can
hate
watch.
Adam Sandler, but
Do
I love
you
that
really?
movie. Yeah, I can't stand
He's
Adam
the
Sandler.
best guy.
Coming from me, all he does is yell. But all he does is yell.
I don't know.
Like,
No, all
people
Jim
laugh.
Carrey does is yell.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's
and
funny.
I don't think I'm on the other side.
You like Seth Rogen?
I don't. No. Ooh, what? No,
Seth
I like
Rogen?
Adam Sandler. I don't like Jim Carrey.
The fat kid from the movie with the McLovin movie. Superbad.
Yeah.
The fat kid from
That
Superbad.
kid's hilarious.
He lost like 100 pounds.
Really?
Then he's
In
not
Moneyball-
hilarious anymore.
No, and he's like
That's like part of the image.
he
You're
looks
a chubby
like
kid.
he looks like a human being now.
Yeah,
Is
that's
he on
not
Weight
good.
Watchers, man? I mean, I see that
He
commercial
lost
all the
100
time.
pounds. He went to a nutritionist. He was on one of those shows this morning I was watching.
Damn.
Wow, I feel like an old man. He was
That hurts.
the McLovin movie or one of those shows I was watching this morning. But he was on one of those shows doing an interview, and like he doesn't have the Jufro anymore. He's got a
That's
clean
the image.
haircut,
Ah.
no glasses. He's got contacts. He's got a skinny face. He lost 100 pounds, but in the movie role, he's still fat. But like after the movie, he looks like a human being.
What is he
Jonah
on
Hill.
MTV?
Jonah Hill.
You
What is he
can,
on MTV Made?
No, I
You
don't even know that.
No.
guys never saw that show?
No.
Actually, no, I have seen
Wait,
it, but
what?
I couldn't figure out how to tie in an insult.
So he's not gonna get. He can't get another gig.
He was on one of the what? Oh, I know what show. The show with Skip Bayless. First Take.
He was.
He was on First Take. Yeah, Wale was on First Take too, and he beat Skip Bayless.
You know who's good on the show? It's Ryan Clark. He's on it consistent. Safety for the Steelers.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was on it like
No,
that.
he's on it consistently.
Really?
He does a good job. Well-spoken guy.
I like that.
Yep.
I like
Very
that.
well-spoken.
And you know who'd be good on that show too? Well-spoken. Speaking
Nam
of
Diasamon
well-spoken,
was good on it too. Very
why
well.
don't they bring Curtis Granderson in there? That guy can speak.
Yeah, he can.
That guy is a very well-educated ball player. I like hearing him speak. I don't know why I brought that up, but I feel that's good.
Not well-spoken players. Santonio Holmes. Can we say that? All right.
I'll go with Plax is the top.
All right. Let's
the
talk
top
about. Let's talk.
well-spoken
Let's
guy.
get back off this tangent. We're talking Jet receivers. Santonio Holmes, you can count on him week in and week out. He scores a touchdown this week, 40 yards and a score last week. Put up like 70.
Mm-hmm.
The stat line you can expect. He'll score, he'll get the yards. But Plaxico, nothing. Two
Well,
targets and nothing.
They targeted him twice when they were up by 28 or 32 or how many you were up. They targeted him twice in the fourth quarter. Once Sanchez missed him. He was wide open
In the end zone.
on a go
With the-
route.
did you see
It
the one
wasn't
in the
really a
end
go
zone?
route. It was like a hitch go. Like
Yep.
he did a quick. He did a single.
I would
move,
argue
quick
he
stop
missed
go.
them worse on the end zone pass.
Well, that's
the
it.
2
That was-
yard dump. That's the one you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about the 2-yard Sanchez straight drop back. He went
Drop
straight
over
into
the
the end zone.
top.
Yeah,
Yep,
and
way
missed him
over.
terribly.
Yep.
He was wide open.
But
on
he
the
did
play.
get bumped and he stumbled a little bit off his route.
Well,
not
yeah.
off his route.
I guess it was it was one of those timing plays for Sanchez
Yep.
where after 2 seconds he needs
You
to
got to
be
know
there.
where you guys gonna be, but
Yeah.
he wasn't there.
And it's all anticipation.
Like if Santonio had a game like this where he just got shut out, I wouldn't be concerned. But I'm a little concerned if this happens to play.
I also think he was in the game plan. You were up the whole game.
He doesn't have to be.
You scored. You threw the ball a lot. The first drive. By the way, the Jets broke their 16-game streak of no touchdowns in the first quarter.
Yep.
And this whole seeing the Jets play with a lead. Have we ever seen that? They usually have to dig themselves out of games.
Yeah. It's nice to see the Jets take it from the start. It's
Yeah,
very
no,
settling.
to grab the bull by the horns.
Yep.
They went out and they won this game.
You
from
could
the very
tell.
first
Yeah,
drive.
you could tell how laid back they knew they had it from the opening kickoff.
And then the first
I mean, you
drive
have to.
touchdown.
Jacksonville looks atrocious. They don't.
Yeah.
They're one of the most dysfunctional teams in the league.
Here's Blaine Gabbert.
Blaine Gabbert didn't impress me. I mean, it's his first.
playing
I'm not going to say he's going to impress me, but Cam Newton impressed me. But that's
Cam Newton threw for 400 yards.
that is a special case. No,
Gabbert threw 11 passes.
Gabbert threw 11 passes, but he looked very timid and not poised at all.
You go
Against the Jets, I understand that, but
he's going into the
this
game.
is a guy who was.
Do you think that day Blaine Gabbert picked up the helmet and said, "All right, I'm definitely going into
No. But
He wasn't supposed to play till week 5, week 6 when McCown blew it up, stunk it up then.
But this is a guy who was debated to go number 1.
Mm-hmm.
No, this guy can't handle that.
I don't know. Way too early.
The
He
thing
threw
I
11
like about
passes,
him, no.
Tonez.
He's looking okay. A lot of young receivers look for the check down, but he looked like he had no idea what he was doing out there.
Yeah, the Jets
he didn't-
scheme came at him crazy, and he was already down by 28 points.
I mean, Colt McCoy came in a lot later in the season rather than week 2 last year,
Yes.
which obviously is a huge benefit. But Blaine
And
Gabbert,
Colt McCoy
even
was
if Blaine
on the
Gabbert,
bench before
Blaine
that.
Gabbert threw 16 touchdowns in college. 16.
No,
and
16
9
touchdowns
picks.
in his senior season. He threw 30
No.
the year
Yeah,
before.
16 last year.
Yeah.
9 picks. I don't even see what they saw in college, to be honest.
A
I think it's just
pro-ready quarterback.
It's the pro-ready quarterback, and he has an impressive build. He's a big guy. You saw the linebackers
He's
coming at him?
6'6".
You saw the linemen coming at him?
And he was still tall
They
then,
matched
right?
up. Yeah, they matched up.
Gabbert's,
So he's got the build.
give him a game. Don't take it from a fourth
No,
quarter.
I'm not saying he has no
out.
chance, but I'm saying I don't see.
You don't see with the
I don't
first round
see it.
potential?
Like, with Cam Newton, I see superstar potential. I don't see it. For some reason, it doesn't click.
Well,
with,
Cam Newton's also a little different story. I think Gabbert wants to go out and play football, and that's really all he's interested in, from what I see in training camp and throughout the combine.
he seems like he embraces it way more than Gabbert. Gabbert had his
Yeah,
chance. He didn't
Cam
even look like
wants
ready
to
to go.
be-
I know the game was out of hand, but
He was down 32-3.
Yeah. But you got to have a little enthusiasm.
But Gabbert just wants to go out and play football. He doesn't care about the endorsement deals. He doesn't care about the girls that come with it, all the money in the world, all this, all that. Cam wants to be that entertainer, wants to be that icon, wants to be that, which is two total different mindsets. Can they both equally produce? At a first-round pick on a team that needed a face, Cam Newton fit in perfectly with the Panthers. They need a face to that franchise. They need somebody to give them a quick facelift and to take the attention off of, wow, how bad do they suck? And he takes the attention off of that. They lost 2 games, and we're talking about the Panthers in positive ways. And they've lost both the games.
No question about it. Yep.
And with Gabbert, it's more of a guy who's going to go out there and play football and study hard and play football and study hard. Always be... Cam really likes the idea of being a superstar, which it's really it's a fork in the road that no way is wrong.
Yep.
Because both ways can end up in Canton.
Mm-hmm.
Both ways can end up as a Hall of Famer. Both ways can end up as a Super Bowl championship. But it's
two
which way
totally
do you take
different
it?
approaches.
Yep. It's which ways do you take it?
But Jacksonville looks awful. And if Jacksonville finishes...
No, Jacksonville beat they won and who did they beat in week 1? They came in with a win and they won 28-27. I remember that.
They are 1-1, yep.
Yeah, they're 1-1.
But let's just say hypothetically. All right, let's check.
I don't think they're awful.
They beat Tennessee.
Tennessee. Yeah, and that was the game.
But
where,
let's just say hypothetically.
They held Chris Johnson at 24 rushing yards.
They held them low, yeah. But let's just say hypothetically, Jacksonville drops this season big time. Number 1 overall pick.
Do you take Andrew Luck?
Do you? Because you have the guy they're paying at a number 10 spot money.
Yeah, but it's not the same type of number 10 spot money as it was, say, last year. Last year, number 10 spot money was this guy has to play.
But Andrew Luck, a guy Andrew Luck reminds me of is Aaron Rodgers, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because athletic a gun of an arm.
You can't also talk about Andrew Luck without bringing up where does he go to? Stanford. The greatest quarterback out of Stanford prior to him,
Yeah.
John Elway.
Yep.
Whose records are being broken? John Elway's records are being broken by Andrew Luck.
I mean,
And Andrew Luck, like I watched that game last Saturday. Like there are guys that you watch and they're the best players on the field, and you can tell Andrew Luck is so far beyond the best player
Yep.
on that field.
Yeah.
It is scary.
yeah. I mean, we're gonna kill the Jet game because 32-3. We know the Jets infinitely better than
The
Jacksonville.
only thing really talking. Keller had a great performance. Sean Green didn't show up. Plax wasn't
And
there.
the defense-
But I don't think Plax was in the game plan. I think give Plax a few more weeks.
You could be concerned, but there's no reason to be
No,
concerned.
absolutely
you know
no
what I mean?
reason.
Yeah.
Especially because the Jets, they find other ways to win other than offense so many times.
Yeah, Jets are 2-0 going into Oakland next week. Probably another simple win.
No, Oakland at home is tough. Oh, now Oakland
Always in the black hole's tough, but Oakland as a team, the Jets head and shoulders.
The thing that's scary about Oakland is they went 6-0 against their division last year. They went 2-8 against everybody else. They finished 8-8, winning every game in their division. And they play really tough at home.
Yep.
I don't think the Jets can't sleep on Oakland at home because Oakland. Jason
I
Campbell has
remember-
proven he can
yeah.
pass the ball, and Darren McFadden can run it.
And
They're gonna-
Janikowski could beat you on a 7-yard boot.
Yeah, a 70-yard
know
boot
it.
any day. Janikowski
Yeah.
can kick that field goal. Campbell's looking really good. McFadden's looking really good.
Yeah, they're all looking sharp.
That
And
defense,
they have a
the Bills gave them a real like the Bills beat up that.
You see that receiver that
second half.
You see that receiver that blew up on that team though? Denarius Moore blows up in the game. But weren't they shorthanded in the receiver?
Oh yeah, they didn't have Lois Murphy, Jacoby Ford.
Yep. So someone has to get the
Hayward
yards.
Bay wasn't playing.
Nope. But another guy that blew up because of an injury is Eric Decker on
Yeah.
Denver. Because
Well-
Brandon Lloyd's out, and I mean, what happened to Eddie Royal? This guy was the next big thing in Denver, but
Yeah, for 3 seasons he came out with a bang,
Mhm.
then went nowhere, then came back. He had 85 receptions last year, something like that.
it was.
He had a really solid year
Yep.
last year.
But it wasn't the way when he blew up on the scene like he did with Jay Cutler.
Oh, and
He had
in
a
year one, his
humongous-
rookie year,
yeah.
he was unbelievable.
Yep.
But what I feel with Eddie Royal is that he's small. He's a slot receiver that's forced to be number 2, and line up outside and take the big corner instead of take the smaller guys on the inside. So it's kind of outside of his game right there.
I want to bounce back to Andrew Luck, the sweepstakes for Andrew Luck.
The sweepstakes.
Washington seemed to be the front runners going into the
Yeah, I
season.
really thought it was
Washington is 2-0. Rex Grossman predicted a division title, and so far
They're in first
he's
in the division.
first place. Grossman does look good.
Mhm.
He looked good against the Giants. He looked good this week.
He looked good against the depleted and demoralized Giant team.
Yeah.
And he beat an awful Cardinal defense.
But Washington's 2-0.
The
And
big
Tim
thing,
Hightower looks good. You cannot deny that.
But Tim Hightower is looking good after 25 rushes a game.
Yep.
And that's the yards are piling on for him. He's not really. Tim
Being
Hightower ran
effective.
for 4.9 yards a carry last year. I don't think his yards per carry anywhere close.
Nope, because he's going to be getting more touches. He's going to get
More
worn
touches,
down.
and Rex Grossman doesn't command the same. You have to spread out your defense to stop
like
him.
the way Arizona plays.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Arizona, they're such a gunslinging team. You got to kind of move your defensive backs off the line and really respect.
And
the
they
wide
didn't
receivers.
respect the running game in Arizona.
No, and
So,
then Hightower went crazy.
Yeah, you don't play for it. You don't game plan for it.
But Washington's got a big test. Washington
Washington always has a home
Well,
field
no, their
advantage,
first test
so-
was week 1, but the Giants came in demoralized. The Giants almost didn't want to win that game.
Washington shouldn't want to do good. They should want Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd be a perfect fit for this team.
Yeah, but no, you're not going to tell your starting quarterback
No.
who's 2-0.
No,
Hey, yo,
no.
you suck.
There's no-
we
Stop
want Andrew
playing.
Luck. Yeah,
They
stop.
don't- yeah.
As
Which-
early as it is, week 2, you don't tell
You don't play for no.
the division leader.
I'm saying fans in Washington, you don't want to go 8-8 this year with Rex Grossman.
Nah.
You'd rather drop the bomb and go 2-14, which is out of the picture now. But 2-14, snag Andrew Luck. That's what I would want.
Well, as a fan, yes. As a football team, absolutely
no,
not.
I'm not talking about the
You
organization.
want to gel.
There's no
otherwise-
way in hell that they're.
That doesn't. I doubt. That'd be more upsetting than the college thing.
I
that's going
hate
on
when
right
people
now.
say that. Like, they should just lose these next. I know it's the fan kind of speak, but like they
Mhm.
should just lose these next 2 games and get this draft pick.
And
you don't. play
it's
for
not
the
even
draft.
as close to Andrew Luck is to be a lock as a solid NFL quarterback.
Yeah, there's no question.
There's no guarantee that he's going to be the next